Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Chinese state media Xinhua News on VTrust blockchain tech is increasingly penetrating more aspects of daily life. As we had shared this before, but the Vechain Foundation on Twitter just recently posted it again. So I just figured, you know what, why not? Let's just reshare it as well. Vechain Foundation released news about VTrust being adopted by the local Chinese government. The Vechain powered risk management system showcased why the Vechain Thor blockchain continues to lead the adoption of blockchain. Following this, Xinhua News Agency, the official state-run press agency of the People's Republic of China, featured VTrust on their official news and website. Also, too, we have the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago is now getting into the discussion of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, as well. And also, Ripple takes a swing at the SEC in a lawsuit indicating a possible win. An analyst turned bullish on XRP. And also, too, that the first day of Q4, that's where we had the little fake posting. We're going to call it that, air quote, fake posting on Yahoo News, and then some lawsuit, some attorney website. And again, I think it's probably legitimate, but I think somebody probably released it early. And I digress from there, but I think it's going to shortly be over. I expect it before the end of November, personally, because I still expect XRP and XLM to have their time in the sun, time to shine, I guess you could say, in mid-December following the 2017. I know there are things that have delayed until 2022, and it may affect it, but we'll see. I'm still sticking to that. And so far, this year has been the year either which way that we knew, as we expected from our 4-year cycle that we've stated since 2018. So Ripple fights for documents that would prove the SEC only deemed Hinman's speech a personal opinion for XRP's loss. And former SEC top official William Hinman gave a speech declaring that Bitcoin and Ether were not securities. And again, if you've been following that very closely, we try to share some of that as well. You can see it's obvious and clear that whether someone was paid for that or not, either which way, BTC and ETH were given a free pass. There's no question, no doubt, and you have them in their own words. So Brazil Stock Exchange wants to provide oracles for digital real, and we are looking at it and evaluating the best ways to interact and participate in this ecosystem, a B3 executive said. So the Brazil Stock Exchange, the B3, one of the world's few exchanges trading Bitcoin BTC exchange-traded funds, is exploring ways to provide data inputs for the country's central bank digital currency, the CBDC. So again, you can see all over the world, everyone is getting their own CBDCs. It's not necessarily just a matter of time. It is inevitable. It is happening. And also, too, a tweet here we're going to get into just a bit. The Stellar was built with CBDCs in mind to allow trusted issuers to create digital representations of their assets. And then if you click on the link, it pulls you up into Stellar for CBDCs. And it's a great article describing, the discussion, I should say, describing the CBDCs and why Stellar is great for them. Also, too, there's they have a white paper in which you will learn the features of Stellar are most relevant to asset issuance, and therefore central banks considering CBDCs, and how to implement a CBDC on Stellar, highlighting how the key features would benefit a central bank, and Stellar's novel consensus algorithm in more detail for readers who want a more in-depth understanding of how Stellar's unique design creates the features and characteristics beneficial to central banks. And then also, too, as we discussed, just showing you a different article from Currency Analytics, the Stellar Lumen's ideal network for CBDCs. The 4 specific features of Stellar, which is important for any CBDC use, are secure asset issuance, enhanced compliance capability, transaction finality, and automatic interoperability. And then also, too, another major thing from Stellar as well is liquidity. In early November, the validators vote on whether to upgrade the Stellar network to Protocol 18, which implements a new feature first proposed in Cap 38, aptly titled Automated Market Makers. And as you get into it, the liquidity pools, if you hold asset A on the Stellar network and want to pay someone who accepts asset B, like buying European products from the United States, you need to convert A to B, defining someone willing to make a trade. Prior to Protocol 18, that someone would be one or more orders on the decentralized exchange. But after Protocol 18, that someone could also be a liquidity pool, and hence liquidity. And that is a major thing. It's going to be a game changer for Stellar. And the great thing I've always loved personally about Stellar, to use the Stellar network, it is required, not requested. It is required to hold XLM. So yes, it does get used anytime someone uses the Stellar network, which is massive. And again, guys, remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And as always, before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. And I want to say thanks very much to our patrons on Patreon and to our VIP Surfmeister and to each and every one of you. Thanks for your support. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one.